In today's video, I'm gonna unbox and I'm gonna set up the Meta Quest 3. Once I set it up, I'll demo some games with you so you can kind of see what that virtual world looks like. And if you're considering buying one of these, this should be a good video to kind of show you everything you need to know about it, from what's inside of the box all the way to seeing an actual gameplay and an app overview too. Okay, let me go ahead and open this up. Okay, let's go ahead and open the box here, and this is what we have inside of the box. So we have the Meta Quest 3 headset right here. This is the standard facial interface. You can actually get third-party versions of these, and Meta also sells a more comfortable one. I'll put some links in the description for some of the accessories as well as the best deal on the Meta Quest 3 right now. And you have yourselves two Meta Quest Touch Plus controllers. These come with a single AA battery. I'll show you that too. And you also get a charging cable that I'll go ahead and take out in a second. All right, so let's take these out of the box. Here is your Meta Quest. Here's what it looks like up front. Now, this is way different than the Meta Quest 2. What's different about it is you could actually see your environment with these cameras. With the other one, you couldn't. So this has pass-through vision here. And that is a really unique thing about this Meta Quest 3 versus the Meta Quest 2. Now you also have speakers here, so you could actually use these speakers. You don't have to use a headset. And if you're new to Meta Quest, by the way, this is a standalone wireless virtual reality headset. You actually don't have to plug this into anything. You don't need a PC to use it. And you just set this up with your phone. And I have about 100 games that are compatible with this too, from my Oculus 2 or Meta Quest 2. So I'll show you those as well. And then you have this right here that you have to remove. I'll go ahead and remove this from it. And then you have a couple different stickers here on the lenses. Go ahead and remove those. Okay, I'll set this aside for now. I'll show you the charger. So here is your charger box. And in this box is, let's go ahead and open it up this way. There we go. We got the wall charger. This is a USB-C connection. And we got ourselves pretty long USB-C cable, which is nice. Let me just show you that. There's that. And then we just take this out. But it does come charged enough so we could actually set it up. For your remotes, it does come with a AA battery. So if you remove this, it's going to go ahead and activate that. Let me go ahead and do that. And then it does have a release right here. Really nice release. And then you could go ahead and change this out if you run out of battery. Now, before I put this on my head, I also want to show you this app right here. So if you scan this with your phone, it's going to launch an app. And you do need this app here to go ahead and do your entire setup process. So I'll go ahead and scan this. This is called Meta Horizon is the app. And this is going to walk you through exactly how to set it up once you go through this process. But if you don't have the Meta Horizon app, you'll need to install it from the App Store. So just jump into your App Store and look for this app called Meta Horizon. This worked with the last Quest 2. So I already have it installed. Now at this point, you have to put on your headset and you have to type in your Wi-Fi, because obviously this needs Wi-Fi to work here. And then it's going to give you a QR code, and then your headset is going to get connected. So let's go ahead and put on our headset. Now, some of this I can't show you because it won't let me record what's inside of the headset for a minute. But after that, I'll jump back in. And by the way, once you put this over your head, just take this strap and use your fingers right here and stretch this out here to tighten it, because it comes pretty loose right now. And then if you want to loosen it again, go this way and this way to take it off your head. But that's how you kind of make sure it fits nicely on your head here. You want to make sure this is kind of snug around your eyes. And then on this side right here, this is where you're going to turn it on. So you need to press and hold this and then give it a second here, and it's going to go ahead and turn on. Okay, it's telling me to grab my controllers here. So that's the first thing I did. I'm going to go ahead and select next. Now it's telling me to adjust the top strap too. So I'll do that. Now I need to type in my Wi-Fi. Okay, at this point it's telling me to use the app. And by the way, I could see while wearing the headset, I could see the app too. So I could see what the Meta Quest is showing me in my environment, but I could also see the app. So I'm going to say continue. It's pairing my headset now. Okay, now it's telling me I have to actually plug this into the wall to finish the update. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in with the charger onto the wall. And then I'll give it a few minutes to finish updating. Okay, the screen says pairing successful. Enable hand and body tracking, yes. Now mine came with a game here, so I'm gonna redeem this game right over here. And then if you want to buy more games here, you could connect a payment method, or you could add Quest Cash as well. Okay, it says you're all set. Continue. Okay, we are in the virtual reality environment now. I'm gonna press the meta button on my right controller to bring in this menu. The first thing I want to show you is right over here, you have something called First Encounters. This is gonna show us how this world looks. And over here, I have something called the Horizon Central. These are different virtual worlds that you could add. You might not have one yet. I installed this one. And then if you look all the way over here, this is you. And if you click this, you could go ahead and customize what you look like. But we'll go ahead and get started with this. This menu, by the way, we're going to explore this in a second. But if you click the Horizon Feed one, just with your controller, the First Encounter could be also accessed from here. Try First Encounter. They also have something where you could subscribe to play 20 plus titles. This is a subscription, and you could buy individual games. So the Batman game is something that I have installed on mine, and I've purchased other ones too, but I'll show you those in a little bit. Right now, let's jump into our First Encounter over here. Okay, and I've switched studio here, so I have a little bit more space to show you instead of my smaller studio. And I'm gonna go ahead and rescan, because the first thing it's gonna ask you to do is you need to rescan your room. And you could see it's gonna kind of scan everything that's going on in your environment. And I've already done that. You could also add furniture here so it knows what a furniture looks like. And then it's gonna go ahead and ask you to scan the floors and the walls. Okay, so I kind of did that before, so I'm gonna go ahead and complete that. And I'm also recording this on my headset, so what you're hearing is the microphone built into the headset. So it says, catch as many as you can. What do I need to catch? Let me look around. Oh, wow. Oh wow, this is so cool. Let's see kind of what's going on behind these walls. Oh, what's going on here? Whoa. Got another gun. Oh, wow. Okay, I think you get the idea for this one. I'm going to go ahead and quit out of this one. Okay, now let me show you this menu here and some of the options that you have. Right here is your quick setting guides. You could check your battery life over here, your notification, and this is your pass-through. So if you want to see your normal environment, you could go back and forth with that. Then you have your Horizon feed right here, which is what I showed you, where you could do the first encounter. You'll see some of your friends over here if you've used this before, and you could invite other people there, and you could install apps. So if you installed an app, you could go ahead and try it directly from here. You just click it and then go ahead and press open from here. I'm going to just close this for now. This is your friends feed right here. So any friends you could invite here. And these are your meta friends. This is your camera option where I'm using this to record. And if you want to cast this, you could go ahead and cast this to a nearby device or on the mobile app as well. You also have a browser over here. So this option lets you just type in a website URL, and then you could go to that website and you could see some of the popular apps available over here that you could also use. Your settings, ton of options available here for your settings. It's going to show how much free space you have. As you download more games, it's going to take up more space and all kinds of different things that you could change over here. Your recent apps, I recently had WhatsApp open, and installed. So that's going to appear over here and the first encounter app. And then the library is a very useful place because here you could see all your different applications, and anything you're downloading recently is going to show up right on top over here. So I recently downloaded this game, for example, and it's showing up. Beat Saber, I'm going to show you in a second. And then you could go to this worlds, which is going to let you enter different types of virtual worlds. So there's one called venues. There's this one off screen called Horizon Central. That's the one I've actually installed, and they will appear over here, and you could enter them, and they will be different than this dashboard environment that you have over here. So I'll show you a couple more games. So there's some popular games over here. And if you go to the applications option, you'll also see, if you click this drop down, you'll also see some demos. Sometimes they have demos available that you could try. Anything you've installed is going to appear over here. And not installed, these are the ones I had on my previous device. So I had over 100 different games on my Quest 2. So if I want to install any of them, I could just press install. It's going to add it to the queue here. And then if I go back to my applications and go to install, that will be one of the first things that's going to appear right on top. Right now, let me show you one of the most popular games available called Beat Saber. This is called Superhot VR, one of the best games in the previous version and in this one too. Okay, this is a punching one. Just make sure I don't hit my camera. So the way this game works is as you move, these things move faster towards you. So if you don't move, it's very slow, but if you start moving, I died. Okay, you get the idea. Let's get out of this game. Quit. And under the library tab, under the worlds, as I mentioned, you could have different virtual worlds that you could download and enter. Meta Horizon is one of the most popular, and I've installed it. They'll appear over here. So if I close this right over here, you can see I could go to it right over here. I'll show you what this looks like. This is where other users of this Quest 3 and Quest 2 are going to be hanging out. Okay, so here is that world, and I could kind of walk around with my joystick. So, and you could hear other people's conversations. Those are real people here, kind of walking around in this world. And
would you like a donut?
Whoa, thanks.
You're welcome.
Whoa, that's fun. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just press the menu here and exit that world. And since I have played over 100 different games here, I'll put some of my favorite games in the description below this video that I've tested out, and some of them I think you're really gonna like. Now I'm also in the process of unboxing the Meta Quest 3S, which is a cheaper version of this one, and I'll go ahead and link that video right over here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.